Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's part 3 of the video of spring into summer. And today it's rainy. It's Saturday. And we're actually looking for flower tents right now. I don't know if any are open. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to get the big haul today. We're just going to get some basic ones to start. Maybe do the bigger pots and then move into the crazy stuff as the week goes on, as the days go on. I do see the top of the flower tent in the distance here, but I don't know if it's open. I hope it is because I get the best deal at this place, but it already looks like it might not be open, and I'm going to be so pissed. But anyway, if this one's not open, I might go grab a few flowers over at the Garrity's Ace Hardware flower tents, but we'll see. So stick around.
Hello, good morning and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to part 3 of the Spring into Summer series. Today we are tackling the fun in planting flowers. However, the flower tent is not open, so we're going to have to start looking for other locations, which means I'm going to spend more money, but it is what it is. I hope you're motivated. Come with me as we go on an adventure. Enjoy some rainy days and some sunny days all packed into one video. It's going to be cozy and fun, but it's going to be exciting as well because we are planting our flowers finally. Let's have some fun. Welcome to Life Positive. This year's theme, ladies and gentlemen, is not going to be organization, but actually it's going to be more of an organized chaos, if you will. I'm getting flowers that kind of go a little crazy, but they're still going to be organized and pretty. They're just not going to be what you would call conventional, or landscaped. They're going to be in their pots, but they're going to be very big, very crazy, and very beautiful. So in the spirit of honesty, as usual, we started this project actually at Lowe's, which is a little bit more of a pricey location, but they did have some deals where if you buy a couple, you get the second one half off or free. So I ended up buying a tray of a certain type of flower plant that takes up the entire pot, and the rest we went over to Garrity's Ace Hardware, which is like a giant flower tent, but still at kind of retail store prices, not like the smaller flower tents that offer amazing deals. So, did I go over budget? Yeah, I would say that I did.
Well, folks, saying I overdid it is an understatement. We are way $100 over budget already. I do this every time. I bought the wrong ones at the store, but then you know what? I'm like, no, these are the ones I want, not those. They're a little bit different. But you know what? It'll all work out in the end. We'll plant them. Well, folks, it's lightly misting today, and I like it. It feels nice. It's when you're planting and working, you get heated up, so the water kind of hit me very lightly. It's gonna make for it, I think, a nice experience. So we're gonna do some planting today. Why not?
Let the fun begin, ladies and gentlemen. We got the flowers out, and we are going to get started on doing some topsoil in the pots, but for most part, we're using the dirt from last year. And get ready. Let's get motivated together here. So very simple. I laid some topsoil down on top of the original dirt, and look at the finished product. Absolutely gorgeous. And basically, we're going to do that with all the pots here today.
Well, folks, a summer shower has begun. It's raining. Actually raining a lot too. Well, giving the first set of flowers their first drink. Getting there, ladies and gentlemen. One step at a time. One step at a time. Folks, the rain is really coming down. As you can see, I'm getting soaked. Oh, folks, I can't even see the camera. But we're getting there. It's raining pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. It just slows down a little bit. It's really coming down. I'm soaked. Just take shelter on the porch for now. Look at that poor little guy. Actually, this flower lived a lot longer than it was supposed to. Same with that lily. Way longer than it was supposed to. In fact, they need a little water and they don't get wet right there.
While the rain is going on, I figure I went to the back and give the hot tub a little bit of a skim, check the levels. This is the Best Way Salu Spa Hawaii brand hot tub. I've reviewed this in the past in multiple videos. I've had it for 3 years now, and it is still going strong. It has a couple little things that we'll talk about in this video, actually, that I'd like to discuss, but for the most part, it's working. And there's nothing more fun than going in the hot tub when it's raining or snowing. So I might end up jumping in. We'll see.
Hi everyone. So today we are, let me clean the camera lens. Today we are going to take a look at the hot tub. I've been shocking it, chlorinating it, brominating it, and everything in between. I've switched over to something different. I'm doing shock as the shock and sanitizer, and I'm using bromine as the regular sanitizer, which you could do that. You just can't mix them together. And it's really doing a lot better at making sure everything is just beautifully clean. And I have never seen the water so blue. So what I'm doing now, the chlorine and bromine is a little high, so I'm going to allow the sun to burn off some of that by leaving it open. Now there's enough sanitizer in there that if any organic material were to fall in, like leaves or whatever, it will immediately sanitize that. As you can see, folks, I have personally never seen it so blue. So I'm following a different protocol than the last 2 years. Last 2 years I just used non-chlorine and I just used bromine. But what I've realized is the non-chlorine shock, the brominate, like, you know, the non-chlorine oxidizer, is really good at making the water clear, you know, oxidizing organic materials. But the water could be clear as day and it could be full of bacteria. So it doesn't kill bacteria. It doesn't kill things that are dangerous. So that's where the chlorine comes in, and it just works a lot better. And then the bromine tablets maintain that sanitization as you use it, and, you know. So I gotta say, though, after all the years of me using this hot tub, and of course keeping the filter clean, it does eat the bromine tabs kind of quick, which sucks, but you know what? It's at least I know the sanitizer is going in. And as long as you just keep that filter hosed off after each use, and, you know, I've been doing it, you know, if I'm not using it, I'll clean it once a week. But after you go in it, that filter does get very dirty. You'd be surprised how many oils and things come off your skin. So it's very important to just continue to hose it off. Super easy. Makes the filters last forever. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going on like year number 3. The only thing is they did send me a replacement filter due to the overheating issue, but it was free. And they sent it literally 2 days after I put the claim in. So this company stands by their product. I will say there's one other issue after the years now that we've run into, and that is some water has seeped into the inside of this, which is not good. So if the water level's too high in there, not only is it going to bring forth dirt and bacteria, but second of all, air is your insulator. Air is an excellent insulator. But the moment you put water in an air chamber insulator, well, now your heat is going straight through and coming out. So the heater is working harder on days that are colder. Whereas opposed to, I literally was able to run this hot tub in the dead of winter, literally 0 degrees out, and it maintained its temperature. Excellent. So now it's not able to do that. So basically, I don't know how water got in it. I don't know what failed, but it did. And so far I was able to suck out most of the water, but there's still some in there. I know that it's not getting into the hot tub itself, whatever water's in there, but still, it's not good. So at the end of the day, this is going to have to be replaced. I have to, if I test the water strips now, it's going to read extremely high. The chlorine is super high right now. So that's why nobody's been in it. So I am letting the sun do what it does and burn off some of the chlorine. But I can't get over it. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the filter. We'll see how dirty it is since not being used. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of organic particulate that is still in the water that we cannot see. And that is the job of this little filter, to get rid of that. So let's take a look here. I'm just going to set the camera back up. Yeah, very clean. Very nice. This is our chlorine dispenser. You don't need a floater for the best way, but as you can see, I put these in about 4 days ago. They're down to nothing, but I did have them dispensing at a high rate. I always think recommending the lowest rate possible because it still really does dispense quite well. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, as far as what that little failure was when the water leaked in, I'm not sure how that happened because there's no holes or anything. I think it was just, you know, when we put the jets on, it just somehow sucked the water into there. I really don't know, ladies and gentlemen. But needless to say, I mean, that's the only issue after 3 years. I know that it is going to require a total replacement of this entire hot tub. And I could possibly make a claim about it, and they might honor it. But we'll see. I doubt it. You know, it's been 3 years, but we'll see. And because it's a failure that kind of like shouldn't have happened, you know? It's not like just a normal wear and tear failure. Like, it's something that's really not supposed to happen because it compromises the whole point of it. But I will say, like, this has held up so well, and you could see it hasn't even lost its color. It's just as if the day I bought it. I mean, the blue is just beautiful. So, you know, very inviting. And again, I definitely recommend the product. I do have it underneath the porch here, so when you're in it, you don't get wet, but you could sit out here. It could be totally raining. And another cool thing we did was, you know, in the winter, it was snowing, and we were in here. It was awesome. So you can't really do that now with it leaked with that water because the heat leaks out. But we'll figure it out, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, that's my update on the hot pool for 3 years now. 3 whole years. And Best Way, Salu Spa, however you say it, has stuck by their product very well. Folks, let's take a look and see. So yesterday we had 60-mile-an-hour winds, and we had I had just planted the flowers the day before. They were all wilted over yesterday. Thank God they came back to life today as soon as that morning sun hit them. But my goodness, I was so worried. These ones are still a little bit slumped over, but they're going to be all right. I could already tell. I was able to get some fertilizer in them. Look at how beautiful that one looks. Just that one lone little... But yeah, so pretty much every one of them made it through it. These are going to end up getting very big. They look small now, but they are going to grow. Same with this one. I'm going to end up moving this hanging basket somewhere else because this vine's going to come all the way down. There's actually 2 geraniums in there. They're going to fight each other, but it's okay. All of these are going to fight each other. This is going to be a big chaos mess by the end of the season, and that's what I want. Today, we're not looking for uniform this season. We're looking for chaos, but it's going to be beautiful chaos. And it's intentional, ladies and gentlemen. These are daisies. Some kind of daisy. They're the nicer one. I picked 2 flowers that were nicer and more expensive. These 2 flowers alone cost almost as much as like the whole rest of them. But it, you know, it is what it is. And these will grow nice. I did do these last year, white ones, and they grew really nice. So then we got these front ones. These are getting mostly sun. These are more of a shade favorable flower, but they will live. And then you have the geranium in the middle, and then we have a couple more over there that are going to take up that whole pot right there. So that'll look nice. And then as you go up, you know, we have these. A lot of people don't realize these take up the entire pot. They could go anywhere from 20 inches or higher as far as height. And they will literally come out and they will just hang over, which will be really neat. Like I said, uniformed chaos is going to be the theme this year. These solar lights, Big Lots unfortunately is closed, but that's where they're from. We might be seeing a comeback to certain stores, which is going to be good because my only option at this point is going to Walmart or Ocean State Job Lot, and I really miss Christmas Tree Shop, ladies and gentlemen. These Easter peace lilies ended up living a lot longer than I expected. As you can see, we still have 4 more flowers to go. So we really got a lot of time out of that one. Then we got these. And this is another one. Another Easter. These come back every year. These are still literally alive, so I'm not going to move them yet. But those bulbs are going to be planted in the, and then they will come back next year. But yeah, so I'm happy, ladies and gentlemen. I think you'll see in about 3 weeks we'll have some nice height on these, and they'll really take root nicely. These ones are gonna fight for their space too in life, but that's okay. Look at, see, now we have one. Yeah, that's all right. They'll come back. Come on, birds. These birds, I just filled those bird feeders, and they're already empty. Look at the garbage. This whole yard was cleaned. It's all garbage already. Yeah, these ones are fighting for life here. They're gonna make it though, you'll see. I'm pretty good about it. Bird feeders are freaking empty. Just freaking filled those things. Look at how good that hot tub looks. I mean, come on. Now, folks, we have a very nice yard here. Got the bird bath out. The birds are, more picky than humans, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I had a little water fountain in here. It broke. Now, it would blow just nice enough, and they would be able to, wash their feathers and shit. It broke, and now the birds are pissed. They won't even come over here now, so I got to get a new one. This is our view. Got the fire pit that has to be rebuilt. Oh, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely gorgeous day today. Need more like it. So stay tuned. This was part 3, not a long video, ladies and gentlemen. Just long enough to show you what we got done, keep you motivated and inspired here at Life Positive.
Folks, thank you so much for tuning in to our Spring into Summer series. I hope you enjoyed these 3 videos that we made, and there's many more to come. And, I really am thankful for our Life Positive family and for future family members as well. We call them lifers here. It's all about positivity. It's all about one day at a time, enjoying the simple things in life, home and backyard, tips, tricks, how-tos to making your life amazing. We follow it all here. Follow along on journeys to come. There's future videos, so hitting that subscribe button is always a good thing. And thanks again. We'll see you on the next one.